In order to have your vocals mixed properly, you have to have the effects arranged in order. The very first thing should always be your tuning. You don't want to have your reverb and your delay auto-tuned. It just won't sound good and it won't sound natural like it should. For me, I use Autotune Evo and then I turn the retune speed up and humanize it 100%. Then after, you can either add a de-esser or your compressor. I have Fruity Limiter and then I go to the compression tab. Then I turn the threshold down, the knee and the ratio up. Just mess with these knobs until you figure out what works. Use your ears to tell. Then I have this de-esser. You can use Maximus and then they have a preset for de-essing, but for Spitfish this is a free download. You can look it up online. Male voice soft, but if you're a female then you can use female voice soft. And then just turn the depth. This is how much that it's applied and this is how much it senses. Next I have my first EQ, which just cuts out all the low end that I don't want completely. You can do this by adding a 20 Hz and 18 kHz cut, then moving this low band till you figure out what's not taking too much of your vocals away from the low end. And then Sound Goodizer, I have it on the B setting. This is compression mixed with saturation all in one. So I would use this lightly. I wouldn't use way too much because it could oversaturate it for sure. And then a little bit of stereo enhancing. I have it 13% separated. Chorus, Flangus, and Vocodex are optional. These are just slight effects that I add mixed in about 4%. So it's barely applied, but there's just a slight presence of it. Then I have another EQ boosting the high end, cutting the low end, and taking out certain frequency ranges that don't sound good. Now if you don't add these effects, you can just add the reverb and the delay after everything. So this is the last track that my vocals are sent to. I add reverb on it. So if you want to add multiple tracks, you have to unroute it from the master and then send the audio to the next one. Make sure this knob is turned up if you want the dry signal to be sent through. Then just add extra effects and make sure that it's routed to the master.